All right, so another change of plans. I am making progress up here. Looks like there's still a couple spots I missed on the front here, but I started grinding, and I was grinding, and I'm 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 grinding. And I called my dad yesterday for Thanksgiving, because that's what day yesterday was for me. And he's like, why don't you just flip the trailer up on its side? And I'm like, no, there's no way. That's just crazy. And he's like, well, don't you have rafters? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. So, anyway, update again. Just because. Sanded the outside of that, just like this one. Got it primed. It's primed. And after doing that, and realizing how quick and easy it is to just wire wheel an entire thing, and then boop, and then go to the next one, I'm going to do as much of the tops of these as I can while it's like this, because it's like this. And it's not killing me to, this is mostly wire wheeled, so all I got to do is go back through and hit the surface rust, the flash rust. I pulled off these thingy-majiggies, and as you can see, these are in great shape. So I'm gonna wire wheel into that, get that cleaned out, and probably hit the tops of all of these. But first I'm gonna do this rail. And to do this rail, I had to take these off, but not that one, because I'm not doing the inside yet. I'll do the inside later. And I want to kind of keep these where they go. I'll probably replace the bolts, but I do want to keep the angle iron in the same places. That way I'm not recreating anything. And so yeah, now it's just going to be wire wheel this, and then do the top side and the side, and then I'll probably do in here all the way down as well, and then just knock that out, and then I'll move to that one. And because getting inside here is the pain in the ass part. So as you can see, I've done it, but there's spots right there, like right there. Yep, see, pain in the butt to get in there. So yeah, I don't know, I just keep changing my mind. So, but hey, I'm getting primer on this thing, which means that it's less likely to continue to flash rust every 7 seconds. So there's that. Gonna keep going now. Well, it's another 30 bucks. Gonna go buy a new one of these. Porter cable. Fancy. I also didn't want to drive an hour to go buy a cheaper one. So that was a little this was brand new when I started this. Granted, Harbor Freight. So yeah. Let's get to work. Well, I finally put the mast on. It's going to be welded in all the way, in all the four corners and all the places. And then it's welded to here. And you can see master welder. Look at that. But originally, this little 5/8 piece of steel was the only thing that held this mast to the boat, with a little pin that locked it in place, that clipped up underneath here. That's it. That's all. There was nothing else that held this mast that was on rollers to the boat other than this little half-inch piece of steel, which was bent. I actually bent it back up so that it would clip in. So yeah, it's going to get welded in up underneath to this, to that, and then I'm going to lop that off, clean this up, make it prettier. was much more work than I actually thought it was going to be. And yeah, it works. I'll have to figure out a way to get back down. But now I can weld that and that. Oh, hey, look. I was looking for that just a minute ago. And that, and paint, and primer, and paint, and oh, maybe weld, I don't know, weld that, and that, and that, and I don't know, maybe grind some of that crap off, and then get that part after I do the welding. And look, now I have access to all the bottom of this, and I don't have to lay in the dirt. So I gotta get all up inside all of this. I'll vacuum out all of that. Get all of this good, all of that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was frustrating. So, put a log underneath there, so most of the weight of this is sitting on that log. These chains are only holding this vertical. I was going to flip this thing all the way over, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's even necessary. I just need to get the underside of this primed really good, and I can get inside here, inside here, inside here, inside here along this bottom rail of this thing, and maybe, just maybe, it'll be far enough inside that it won't get snowed on anymore than it is already. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as I was like, hey, time to start doing some grinding work, get things going, maybe doing some welding things. Power's out. Because, yeah. So, yeah, that plug lights up. And I just went inside, checked the lights, and they're all not working. So, should probably go check on the wife. Maybe put some of these batteries on to charge on the battery backup thingy-majiggy I got. Because it looks like I'm going to be using the battery grinder to do any work today, which I have a lot of fucking work to do. But I can't weld on the generator. At least I don't think so. Probably not a good idea, even if I could. But I do have plenty of grinding to do. So I might as well start grinding. And, yeah, fucking Christ. Change of plans. Battery-powered grinder just isn't going to cut it. So, little Honda to the rescue. Change of plans, 4,1,267, whatever it is. My shoulders are killing me from doing this overhead. Doing it down low is not too bad, and maybe I'll do a little bit of grinding first down there. But I'm like beating myself up trying to get up here because I'm 5'7", and this is probably up at like 7 feet. So I still got all that to do, and all that, and all that, and all that. And even just doing these, like they're at face level, right? But these ones are up underneath, which is a pain in the ass, because then I'm like looking up. So I might grind down this flat and that flat and that flat real quick with the wire wheel, just to get it cleaned up as best I can first. That way I'm not wasting my time. But I'm going to put a ratchet strap from there to there, and then ratchet, and then lower that, and I might even just put it straight on the fucking ground. I don't know. I'm not certain, but who knows? We'll figure it out when I get there. But yeah, I mean, I guess I am going to flip it all the way over, and it's about 1 o'clock, which means I've got 3 hours of daylight left. And of course, the temperatures got really bright and shiny and stuff, and so now everything is leaking. So at least I'm covered, which is nice. All right, let me get this going. I don't even think I'm going to film it. We'll see. Well, it's working. Just slowly dangling it down. Give this ratchet another couple of... Oh no, it's all tangled on itself. Ah, dang it. This is going to take 2 hands. Hold on. All right, got it untangled. It's moving. It's not happy about moving. Looks like that side's further down. So let's move my ladder out of the way. Oh, guess I'm not that strong, so I get this ratchet strap hooked in somewhere. Lift this side up just a touchy touch to get this corner to pop back out a little bit. Oh, and my freshly painted new piece right here is going to be like all dug into the dirt. Whatever, I don't care. I'm just over this right now. So tired of this fucking project. You know what? Screw it. Let's just see. Let's just see. Will it come down? Should probably stand out of the way, at least a little bit. Oh, it's just so much easier to do with two hands. Okay. Yep. It's working. I'll show you what happens once I get it down. Too much to do with one hand. All right, cool. It's exactly what I wanted. It's now upside down. And now I can do all the upside downness and get it all completely cleaned up and done. And then I'm going to primer everything from the bottom. And then I'm going to see like how much work I still have to do. Fuck my life. And then that. And of course, I actually forgot to do that, which is the downside. So, yeah. Fuck. Back to work. It's primed. I got pretty frustrated today. Came out here after being gone. I had to go to Seattle again, which I love Seattle. And it was like completely covered in surface rust. So I just got into it today and just went freaking nuts. And it's primed. The whole thing is primed. And it's still raining. But look, no snow. Pacific Northwest. So I didn't film any of it. And my wife was out here helping me, and I was trying not to kick things, and it was a really good time that we had. So now, trying to drag this axle into my shop so that I could work on it out of the rain. I was supposed to have some help, but that help is now in the shower for some reason. So I'm going to drag it over there by myself. Well, you do what the best you can with what you got, and this is what I got. So luckily I'm on the stage of painting this thing and hopefully having it done soon. But yeah, we had like a little mini windstorm last night and had some, hey look, everything's dry though. I can't be mad about that. It's dry. I don't have to dry it. I just have to paint it today. Paint. So, a little bit of surface rusting stuff, no big deal. I'm not worried about it. I'm fucking painting today. But I do gotta fix this, which fell on that, and ripped a hole through that. So, whatever, this tarp is trash. It was basically only here to keep this trailer dry so I can paint. It's going to be 50 degrees for like the next 4 days, which is the warmest it's going to get until like March. So I have to get this done today, tomorrow, the next day, etc. I don't know if I'm going to use the sprayer. Yeah, generator's running. I don't know if I'm going to use like the cheap, cheesy, like home sprayer thing, or if I'm going to use like a Harbor Freight $12. Oh, yeah, there's that. Or if I'm going to use the Harbor Freight one. Not certain. That's why I'm firing up the generator to find out if it'll keep up. So let me get this figured out. I got shit to do today, and I am tired, and my back hurts. So. Alright, so my first batch sprayed really well. I did 2 parts that, 1 part paint thinner, and then I kind of did like a 20-to-1 guesstimation with the hardener. sprayed on real smooth, real thick and easy, and didn't have any issues with it. So let me get this back in the gun and let my air compressor finish filling up again, and I'll show you guys how it's spraying on. So first top coat's done. This is supposed to take like, yeah, it's a little sticky still. So, but this is like the last part that I painted. And I just kind of just went over the top side so you could kind of see like underneath. I didn't get underneath and spray up. I basically was spraying just straight down. And that was really just to get the top. I want to put a couple coats on from the bottom, and then we'll flip this trailer over, and then I'll do a couple coats from the top. And I feel like the top should be the part that's the best. So yeah, still a little tacky, but it's only been like 2 hours, 3 hours. So, but yeah, this is like a brown, green, gray. I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera or not, but it's like almost like olive drab. And we weren't going for olive drab. We were going for more of a gray, and I'll show you what color it was supposed to be. Because so that's the color it was supposed to be. It was this really dark, like basically a gunmetal gray. So I'm not certain if that was, but even on the side of the can there, this is completely unmixed and unthinned paint. It's still like a green gray. Yeah, same color. So it was supposed to be like that gray, but it ends up like green gray. And I mean, I did spray the whole dang thing with it, but talking to the wife, and she like looked at it and she's like, well, it looks better, which it does look better. But we ended up picking up another gallon, and she's like, well, I think blue would be better. So I'm going to wait till tomorrow. We're going to take a look at it. Me and her are going to make a decision. I got no issues with extra coats of paint on the bottom of my trailer, so it was going to get 2 to 3 coats, period, regardless of anything that happened. But it does suck when you have to spend $65 on another gallon of paint. So we will see. And these are brake parts. So I'm going to get over here, get working on that, and maybe add this to the video or something. I don't know. We'll see. So yeah, we're going to throw together some things and work on some other stuff while the paint on that trailer is drying. And then tomorrow I will get back to getting back to it. Remember, safety last. Well, good morning. So, paint's dry. Looks good. So, I think it's time to get this flipped over. I'll rig some stuff up real quick and then throw the camera up and y'all can watch me shimmy and shake and suffer through this. So, for some strange reason, flipping the trailer back over was way harder and took way more time than flipping it over the first time. I don't know what I did different or how I did it. And oh, look, cool, look at all that dirt just shoved into that mast front piece, whatever it is. That's great. Super excited about digging that out of there later. But yeah, like I fought and fought and fought and fought and fought and lifted and moved and ended up having to dig holes, and I just don't know. Physics just did not line up for some strange reason in that regard. So just one more reason why I hated this project. So as you guys can tell, I just went over the entire trailer and sanded it down with, 80 grit, 150 grit, 220 grit, 400 grit, 1000 grit, 2000 grit, 4000 grit. And, I don't know if you guys can see the surface finish on there, but it's like smooth as glass. So I'm thinking we're going to go for like automotive body. Like, oh yeah, look at that. She's looking snazzy. Time to put some paint on this girl. Might need to grab a rag and wipe off some of that a little extra dust there. But yeah, it's time. I've got like an hour and a half of daylight left. So I probably won't even film this because honestly, it's the same shit that I did the other day when the trailer was upside down. So now it's right side up, and I'm going to be just painting it blue. So, uh-oh. Failure. So this is what happens when you start painting at like 1:30 in the afternoon, is that you have to finish it up by freaking candlelight because you can't even get, like, it's just driving me crazy. So I literally have like just this side of the trailer left, and everything else has been painted or mostly painted or painted enough that I'm not gonna, it's gonna be good. I'll get it again tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just, yeah, been painting for a couple hours now. Almost done. You can't see. Blue. So fucking moving on. So it is 4:30 p.m. This is how much I can see. You can see the lights are on in my shop. Yep. Trailer looks good. Yeah. Love this time of year. Trailer looks amazing. Hit every single spot. Didn't miss a single fucking bit. Nope. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, it's the morning after. Trailer actually does look pretty decent. I know I missed a few spots here and there that I need to hit, but I got water. And it's not from the rain, it's just condensation. Because even here, which is like dead center in the middle, there's water droplets all over the trailer. So I'm gonna grab a can of, I grabbed a spray paint can in the same color, and I'm gonna hit a couple of spots like up underneath there I didn't even hit at all yesterday, and they're on the underside, so probably just go get those real quick. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 49, which is gonna be like my last warm day. But I just touched this because I didn't finish until almost dark, after dark last night, and I just touched this, and there's my fingerprint, so it's definitely not dry. Yeah, frustrating. I'm running out of time. Like, yep. So let me get this going, and maybe I'll pick this back up tomorrow. All right, it's my last day of warm weather. It's gonna be like 48 today. pouring rain, right? So I worked on a few of these last night. You tell the other ones are just laying on the ground over there. I haven't gotten to them. So I am going to start back here on the back. I am going to dry the trailer. And then I am going to blow dry the trailer with my wife's backup spare bathroom blow dryer. She wouldn't let me use the good one. I think it's a Dyson. So this is all I've got. And I'm going to blow dry as much of this as I possibly can. Paint starting from the ass end, going forward up to about as far as I can. Like this is mostly dry. There's like a little bit of water here, condensation. But for some reason this collected more. So I'm guessing that that's just because it's a bigger, flatter thing. More condensation. I don't really fucking know. But if I can get the ass end done, at least halfway, which if I can get halfway, I can go 3/4 of the way. Then I can start putting the suspension on, and then I can pull the front end of this trailer into my shop, close the door mostly on it, heat the shop up to like 50 degrees, dry it, and then paint the rest of it that way. But I don't want to put the suspension and shit on when it's not painted. So that's the goal today. Start drying, get as much as I can done, and just start painting and pray that I can start putting suspension together tomorrow, because at this point it's going to get cold. Tomorrow's going to be like less than 40, and then the day after that it might snow. So yeah, time to go. Well, she's done. I mean, it's still raining. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera or not, but it's still raining, and it's going to keep raining, and it's going to get cold the next couple of days. But I just powered through. I probably missed spots, whatever. I don't see anything that's not blue, so everything has at least one coat. If not, it has 2 coats. So I've got the can of spray paint that I can do touch-up work on it if I need to as I go through and hit things up and everything. So yeah, it just freaking just went. But I guess the moral of this story is don't paint a trailer in December in the Pacific Northwest. Today, I am going to get this trailer out of this hole. And I cannot find 2 of the bolts for this rear axle, which is what I'm going to use to dolly this trailer around. And I found this old magnet, one of the lakes in the area here, and it's pretty powerful, and I think someone uses it for like for like fishing, or like what they call it, dock fishing, where you're like, there's a hammer, magnet fishing, that's right. And hoping I can just tap this around till I find these bolts in the dirt. And that's one of them. Worked out better than I thought. I was thinking I was just gonna stop filming. All right, there's one more bolt I gotta find. It's a small one. It's got to be in this area here. So I'll just tamp around. Oh, there she is. She's in there. I'd like to say that was a lot easier than it really was, but it wasn't. Oh, I did find the other bolt that goes on that side, but I found another replacement bolt that was the same length and the same whatever. So anyway, everything's in. These are all coming off. I just got that in there for a minute. Put most of those. Got to get that one and that one put back on there so I don't mix them up and everything, and then get this thing out of here so I can get my other boat underneath here and do the rest of this work in the shop outside the rain, like installing the other 2 axles. So anyway, let me get down to that and get this thing out of here for the first time, because I'm ready to be done with it, but we're on the home stretch.